we got a Vim indentation script that does the job for you if you use Vim, I guess, for coding. And otherwise, people are free to provide other configuration script for other editors. We use code review, the tool from Guido Pedrossum that he wrote at Google. Very easy. It allows to make pre-commit review. So what is committed was already reviewed before it was committed. So very easy. And Nicolas will make a small talk about how to use code review and to help to contribute to Tryton. And commits are not done without review most of the time. Sometimes for quick fix, simple fix, we don't do code review because it's obvious when you change just one typo or stuff like that. It's not useful to bore everybody. And for testing, we use the standard tool unit test from Python library. With some trick, there is some guideline to use it. Like that, you can make your test script for a module depend on another modules, and you get automatically the other modules running, other modules test running, and if the top modules in the unit test commit change in the database, you will get it for your own test. So sometimes it's useful to not create always the account chart. You just depend of the account module and you get the account chart created for your test. Small stuff, but there is a place to improvement and ease this kind of testing. And we use also scenario, written with in RST using the doc testing syntax. And we use Proteus to manage this. The difference between unit test and scenario is that unit tests are testing methods most of the time, just one method, and you test the functionality. And scenario is more about testing a workflow. You make a sell order and check that the picking is the shipment is done and stuff like that. It's more large tool, and it behaves like if you was doing this stuff in the client. It's some time of client customization.
Setki, we have an issue if at the moment we have one module which is a test module which gets filtered from the modules list, and it's hard coded. So it's very difficult to introduce new modules if you want to test.
In Tryton?
Yes, like if you have a test we already have with the Tryton D,
yeah.
We have a test module,
yeah,
which is automatically filtered out of the installable modules.
Yes.
So there are custom modules which might want to introduce a new module itself to test.
With the same name test?
With the same name test, it's not possible. So
yeah.
I think we should have a convention to have test modules which are automatically filtered out.
But I don't think it's a good idea to have just modules for testing, with the exception of the server, because the server, to test the server, you need to have some kind of models and stuff like that. So we got a module with this kind of stuff because we don't want to have it when you make a normal installation. Yes. But I think each module must test himself.
For example, we extend the ORM with the MongoDB ORM.
Yeah.
So in such a case, we require a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, because you introduce a new field.
Yes.
Type of field.
Yeah. And I think it will be required for the IR property extension we were talking about. If that's coming as a separate module, we will require testing with modules.
Yeah. So yeah, perhaps we could name it test underscore the modules, or the modules underscore test. I don't know. But not clear. I don't know, but I think this is not. This will not be part of the main Tryton modules. So use your own convention, but because if one day this kind of functionality will be introduced in Tryton, it will be in the main Tryton. Yes. So yeah, I don't think it's needed for the Tryton modules. In a way, the main Tryton modules. But yes, we can say use test underscore the name of the
convention and remove it in the code.
Yes, once it's for the server, because I think it's only useful for server functionality. No other question? Okay. Small example. Perhaps you. It's not very. Ouais, mais je sais pas sur l'image. So I will try to.
Et contrôle plus. Ouais, mais on voit plus rien.
This is Tryton, no? You don't see it? It's black. And doesn't work. Sorry. But the slide will be available on the website, so you will check it. But the general idea, yeah. The code quality is important, especially the guidelines, coding guidelines, because most of the time you are reading code. You spend more time to read code than writing code. I think there is some kind of study that you read code 9 times more than you write code, something like that, I think. So, and also it's not only you that is reading your code, but everybody, so it's important to be readable and easy to understand, and with commands and stuff like that. About unit test, I just checked it 2 days ago, the unit test server of OpenERP. So they got here, don't see very well, there is 30 tests for the whole OpenERP project, and they have a coverage of 54%. That's not so bad for coverage, I guess. But 30 tests, I don't think they test a lot of stuff with so few tests. For Tryton, we have 3010 tests.
No, 300.
300. Sorry. These tests are run on each kind of database. So we have Postgres, MySQL, and SQLite running every night if there is commits in the branch. And for every series maintained, so right now we have 5 tests running on 3 databases, running each time there is a commit. So we still test the version, the release version, in case a fix was introducing a bug or something like that. And for the server, we have 69% coverage. It's not bad, but we could improve it. So patch is welcome. And right now we have also we are on Shining Panda. It's services that provide free services for open source project, where they provide a Jenkins instance for us. We have 4 hours of CPU per day, so most of the time it's enough, except during the release process, because there is a lot of commits and there is too much running stuff. So sometimes it goes crazy when there is this kind of process is going. And we have coverage for each modules, and each module have its own instance, and it's tested on Python 2.6 and Python 2.7. This is good because the other one was only testing Python 2.6, so we fixed some bugs thanks to Shining Panda. Yes, that's all, I guess. It's quite easy to put Tryton test in Jenkins, indeed. Very easy to do it and to get reports. So it's good to use, thanks to unit test, and there is a small script for your running unit test on Jenkins.
J'ai dépassé tes 20 minutes.
Ah ouais?
Ouais.
Okay. So, okay. I will talk about the usability. It's only improvement from that are in Tryton and not in OpenERP. We got auto detection of protocol. So when you connect with the client, it doesn't ask you anything about the protocol. It's not obvious that you're trying to connect to Tryton, so give him just what he needs. So we have just one protocol, so it's easy. But if it's SSL, there is SSL activated, it automatically detects. So you don't need to say, I'm connect with SSL, because the user doesn't know about it. So just connect to it. You can just the host name and the port. It's enough for the connection. It only show valid database, so it only show database for Tryton. So it make some check on it to see if there is some kind of tables so like that he can deduce that it's a Tryton database and not your website database. There is an issue. As we have almost for the core model, we have the same database tables, so there is a false positive with OpenERP database. But perhaps you can update and it will run.
It will migrate.
We try to make the client usable with only keyboard. I plan to make a small show, but I don't. Yes, but it's localhost. But I don't know. We are already.
Yeah,
dead?
I think everybody knows the GTK client.
Okay, so let's go. The search limit we increased it to 1,000 with lazy loading and stuff like that. It doesn't cost anything to increase this size. We got the deletion, so in one-to-many, when you delete, or into many-to-many fields, when you remove something, it's not gone, it just stroke. One-to-many and many-to-many. Yes. And it's only when you save that